Hey guys, this is the newest camera from Panasonic, the Lumix S5. It's a step up to the GH5 because it's full frame and a baby brother to the monster S1H. Let's open this baby up. This is the version with the kit lens, the 20 to 60 millimeter. It's not the fastest of lenses at 3.5 to 5.6, but incredibly important because most people trying out the Lumix S series for the first time don't have L-mount lenses yet. Remember, this camera uses L-mount lenses, supported by the alliance of Panasonic, Leica, and Sigma. I'm bringing this camera to my shoot today. I'm gonna learn on the fly, so let's see what this baby can do.
We're getting permits now to shoot. We're going to the Coast Guard, we're going to Yacht Club, and I think we're going to the Navy. Times are hard, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, let's assemble this camera. Got the power first. Take note, this is a different battery. I don't mind the change. This is a full frame camera, very processor intensive codecs and capabilities, so it may need a little bit more juice than what we're accustomed to. We are going to use an Angelbird 300 Mbps V90 card. Let's go shoot on a boat.
So for this pre-wedding shoot, I shot everything on Vlog 4K 10-bit 422, which gave me an hour 20 minutes on a 128 gig card. I alternated between 24p and 60p and stayed mostly on the native ISOs, 640 during the day and 4000 when it got dark. I slapped on a case variable ND filter to keep to 1/50 and 1/60. I've said this in my social media accounts, and I'll say it again. The Panasonic S5 is a joy to use. It handles so well, and this grip, it's just perfect in the hand. The buttons are where they're supposed to be, they're springy and are good to the touch. The SNQ setting on the dial is also a welcome addition. Dial this in and you can access your high frame rate settings right away. No more fidgeting with the VFR settings like in the old days. The menu system is everything you've come to expect from Panasonic. Simple, clear, and intuitive. The body is solidly built, yet light enough for extended handheld use. I attached a Peak Design clutch to the S5 as I always do with all my cameras. Once again, for comparison, the S5 is much smaller and lighter than the beast S1H. And yet, this is also smaller than the GH5. It's full frame and yet smaller than the GH5. Good job, Panasonic engineers. So overall, for handling and usage, the S5 is grade A. That shoot in Manila Bay was just a teaser. Now, let's try this in a real wedding. Last weekend, we had the chance to go up Baguio for a wedding in the beautiful Alpha Land Chapel. Okay, so I'm not gonna mess around because this was a paid gig. To match everything with the rest of my cameras, my GH5s, I shot everything in Cine D, 1080p. But this time, in 10-bit 422.
Saan tayo papunta, Dar?
Going to Baguio.
Morning. Baguio.
Baguio po.
Thank you.
I will not mess with vlog at all in an uncontrolled high-stress environment.
Summer, pretty lover, won't you come my way? I've got something on my mind that I need to say. With my heart far gone, love's been hard to find. No summer, pretty lover, won't you?
I had a native Panasonic 70-200 f4 lens plus a vintage 55 1.2 FD which I adapted to the L mount.
Cause I hurt the ones I love the most. And no, don't you say my name.
The battery lasted from the bridal preparation up until the homily, at which point I used a power bank and attached it to the camera to trickle charge. It will not power the camera, but it at least gave me an extra 20 minutes to finish the vows. So let's get this out of the way. If you know how to use your camera, any camera, you're going to have excellent footage. The camera is and always will be just a tool. That said, the images you can get from this particular camera are just going to be astoundingly beautiful. Footage is sharp, colors are excellent. Cinedy just delivers great footage out of the camera, but still gives me enough latitude for contrast and exposure adjustment as well as creative grading in post. We had one more day in Baguio, so let's do one more test in vlog in Burnham Park.
Grabing workout to, mami.
You and I know Panasonic color science and image quality were never really in question, right? Especially after the GH5 and the S1H. What a lot of people are interested to know about are two things: AF and low light performance. So let's do AF first. Number one thing, and let's get this out of the way, Panasonic's AF technology is not going to outperform face detection by other camera models. But remember, the S5 is practically half the cost of these other camera models. Number two, for this iteration in the S5, Panasonic made some tweaks to its algorithm when detecting subjects. And coming from the GH5, those improvements are vast. So, is the AF perfect? No. But is it usable? That is a resounding yes. Finally, we get to test the low light. It's 8 p.m., it's nighttime. There's a street lamp over there and some background lights over there at my place. My cell phone is over here, giving a little bit of a fill to my face. Nothing too major. It's set to maybe 25% brightness. The S5 is at the native ISO 4000, and I helped the camera a little bit by using an 18-35 Sigma art lens. What do you guys think? ISO 25,000.
Low light performance was always the gripe with the GH5. But more than anything else, the problem really stemmed from the small sensor size of the Micro Four Thirds format. Now, because of the full frame sensor of the S5, low light performance is very much improved.
And so to sum things up, the Lumix S5 is a very capable camera in an insanely competitive price point. Great ergonomics, intuitive controls, fantastic image, better AF, and better low light. If you're already an S1H or S1 owner, this is the perfect B cam for you. If you're a GH5 user, this is a definite upgrade over the GH5. What might hold you back is the impending release of the GH6. But that for sure will not be full frame. That'll be Micro Four Thirds. This is full frame. Now, if you're a stranger to the Lumix world, this camera, the S5, is possibly the best introduction you can ever have as a first timer. It will check all the boxes for you as it did for me. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again next time.